And welcome to today's forum. Our discussion will focus on the relevant and the important topic in today's digital world, social media, a platform that widely used by the teenager today, but many parents are worried about the effect on their mental health and the education. We will hear from the two perspectives on this issue, one that support the benefit of the social media and the others that focus on the potential harms. Allow me to introduce our panelists. Eddie, who will explain why social media is beneficial for the teenager, and Miftah, who will share her view on the negative effect of the social media. Let's begin with Eddie. Eddie, could you start by sharing your perspective on why social media can be helpful for the teenager?
Thank you, Eiffat. In my opinion, social media offers numerous benefits for teenagers. Firstly, it provides access to a wealth of knowledge and resources. For example, platforms like YouTube and educational blog help students to learn a new skills such as coding, cooking, and photography. This can be set an example. Nowadays, people can just refer to YouTube or TikTok to learn how people are working or learn from famous chefs like Gordon Ramsay or our local chef like Carol Amin. Secondly, social media allow teenagers to connect with people who share similar interests. These connections can help them build a friendship and network that support their personal and academic growth. Finally, social media is a platform for creativity. Teenagers can share their talents, such as art, music, and writing, with a global audience. This not only boosts their confidence but also gives them opportunity for recognition. However, I understand they are concerned about social media. Miftah, can you explain why some people believe social media is harmful?
Teenagers should prioritize mental health and take a regular break from social media. Balance is key.
Thank you, Miftah, for highlighting those important concerns. I agree that parents have a key role in guiding their children's social media habits. Open communication and setting boundaries like limiting the screen time are effective strategies. Eddie, do you think that school can also play a role in helping teenagers to use their social media more responsibly?
Yes, but I believe schools have a significant responsibility to educate students about responsible social media use. With the growing influence of social media in our lives, it's crucial that young people learn how to navigate this platform safely and wisely. One way schools can address this is by introducing digital literacy programs. These programs can teach students how to manage their time online effectively, identify and avoid fake news, and protect their personal information. By incorporating these lessons into the curriculums, schools can help students develop a balanced and informed approach to their online interactions. Not only that, schools can't do this alone. Collaboration between parents and school is essential. Parents need to enforce this lesson at home and model responsible social media behavior. When both parties work together, students receive consistent guidance, helping them develop healthier habits and a better understanding of the potential risks and rewards of social media. So to conclude it, the combined efforts of school and parents are key to ensuring that teenagers become responsible and mindful digital citizens. By working together, we can help them navigate the digital world safely and responsibly.
Thank you, ID. While social media does have some benefits, I do believe that the negative impact is much more significant, especially to these teenagers. First, it can cause mental health issues, for example, anxiety and depressions. These teenagers often compare themselves to this idealistic image they see online, which can lead to a low self-esteem. Now, second, social media can be addictive. Many teenagers spend hours long scrolling to their feet without even focusing on their study. This can affect on their academic performance and even overall productivity. Now lastly, cyberbullying is a major concern. These teenagers are exposed to these harmful online comments or even harassment online, which can have a long-lasting emotional effect. This issue need to be fixed and cannot be ignored. Now, Ifat, what do you think parents can do to help these teenagers manage their social media use?
Thank you, Eddie and Miftah, for your additional point. Social media has become an integral part of teenager life, influencing not just their education and mental health, but also their relationship, aspiration, and cultural understanding. Before we close, I would like us to dive deeper into how social media contributes into the other aspect of their growth. For instance, we know that social media can provide opportunities for personal development and future career. However, this often requires an effort and guidance. Eddie, could you elaborate more how social media might help the teenager to prepare for their future career and aspirations?
Certainly, Eiffat, social media can significantly support teenagers in preparing for their future in several ways. The first one is professional exposure. Platforms like LinkedIn and niche communities on Reddit enable teenagers to explore career options, follow industry professionals, and even gain internship opportunities. Number two is skill enhancement. Many online creators and organizations offer free or affordable lessons in coding, digital marketing, graphic design, and more skills that are highly relevant in today's job market. The last but not least, let's talk about building a portfolio. Teenagers can use platforms like YouTube, Instagram, or even GitHub to showcase their project and be it art, music, coding, or photography to a global audience. This visibility can lead to a recognition or collaboration opportunities. When used strategically, social media can empower teenagers to take a charge of their career path early.
Wonderful perspective, Eddie. It's refreshing to hear how social media can prepare the teenager for the future. But as with any tool, it is a double-edged sword. Mister, could you highlight the way excessive social media use might harm the teenager relationship with their families?
Thank you, Ifat. Excessive social media use can indeed create significant challenges within the family. Disconnection at home can occur when teenagers become so absorbed in their online activities that they start to neglect spending time with their family. This lack of interaction can lead to poor communication and understanding. Next, parents also struggles to limit their children's times on social media. This will result in arguments or even strained relationships. Additionally, the, when as teenagers begin to focus more on online friendship, they start to undervalue the real world family's relationship, that they may begin to foster a feeling of isolation in the household. Now, these challenges highlight importance of setting boundaries and and fostering the open communications between the parents and even teenagers and the teenagers.
Thank you, Miftah, for those important points. Family relationships are the foundation of the teenager support system and it is vital to maintain them. Now, let's consider the broader social impact. Social media are often expose the teenager to the global culture and ideas. While this can promote the awareness, it might also influence the culture identity. Eddie, what do you think about the role of the social media play in shaping the teenager cultural understanding?
Social media is undeniably a bridge to global culture, and this can benefit teenagers in many ways. The first one is the cultural exchange. Teenagers can learn about different traditions, language, and lifestyle through a platform like YouTube or Instagram. This exposure broadens their worldview and fosters tolerance. The second one is the global collaborations. By joining by joining online forums or participating in international projects, teenagers learn to work with people from diverse backgrounds, which prepare them for a globalized world. And the last one is the celebration of diversity. Many social media campaign and influencer promote inclusivity and acceptance, encouraging teenagers to appreciate cultural difference and adopt a global mindset.
That's a inspiring view, AD. Social media has indeed made the world smaller, offering the teenager a window to the diversity, but on the flip side, it also challenged their sense of cultural identity. Miftah, would you like to address this?
Absolutely, Eiffat. While social media does have some exposure to others' culture, it's just that it sometimes can weaken a teenager's connection to their own heritage. My point is that many teenagers prioritize global trends over their own traditional practice. This can create tensions with their families or community values. The simplified representation of culture online is often misconcept is can often lead to misconceptions or even prevent a deeper appreciation to their own cultural roots. Additionally, the dominance of Western idea can on social media can also make teenagers feel can make teenagers undervalue their own traditions or language. Now, balancing both cultural pride and global exposure is essential to maintain our strong sense of identity.
Thank you for both presenting such a thoughtful point. It is clear that social media can be both enriching tool and the source of challenge. Depends on how we use it. To wrap up, let's focus on the actionable solutions. Eddie, what practical step that teenager can take to ensure they are using social media in the way that supports their growth and well-being?
In my opinion, my advice would be to approach social media with intentions. Teenagers can set clear goals. Use social media for learning, connecting with mentors, or exploring creative outlets rather than mindless scrolling. And then be selective. Follow accounts that inspire, educate, and motivate, instead of those create unnecessary pressure or stress. And the last one is to prioritize offline activities. Make time for hobbies, families, and friends in the real world to maintain balance.
Great suggestion, AD. Miftah, would you like to add any recommendation for teenager parents or school?
Thank you, Ipai. I like to emphasize the importance of collaboration in addressing these challenges. Teenagers can benefit themselves by taking a regular breaks or even start focusing on offline experience such as volunteering or even sports to create a much more healthier balance. Parents also need to play their role by modeling a responsible social media use and start to focus fostering open communication to guide their children effectively. Lastly, school also needs to contribute by introducing a workshop on digital literacy and mental health to by equipping teenagers with the skills to use social media wisely.
Thank you, AD and Miftah, for sharing your perspective. To summarize, social media can provide a significant benefit such as learning opportunities and creative expressions, as AD may highlight. However, Miftah explained it also poses a risk, including the mental health issue and the cyberbullying. Solution includes setting a boundaries, education teenager throughout the school, and encourage the social media companies to take the responsibility. Before we end, I would like to ask for a final takeaway from each of you. Eddie, do you have any advice for teenager today?
My advice is to use social media as a tool for learning and creativity, Try to set boundaries and ensure it doesn't distract you from your goals.
I agree with ID that collaboration is important. However, I do believe that social media companies should also take responsibilities. For example, they need to put up features on limiting this harmful content, or even if, they can even promote these positive online behaviors. Now, teenagers themselves, teenagers on the other hand, needs to also take a break and start focusing on more offline activities. For examples, hobbies, sports, or even spending time with families. Now, this can help balancing. Now, this balance can help reducing this negative impact of social media.
Thank you so much, Miftah, for your thoughtful contributions, and thank you to our audience for tuning in and spending your time with us for today. We truly hope this discussion has been insightful and provide a valuable takeaway for you to reflect on or apply in your journey. Your presence and engagement meaning so much for us, and we look forward to having you to join us again in future. Until then, stay inspired and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.